you think they're gonna go? Today's one of those days. So I was trying to do some tests on Austin's 79 AMC AMX and fired right up, drove it around, took some vacuum readings, and I ended up broke down on the other side of the block, about a mile away from here. We'll go get it. I think the ignition system went kaput in it. I was just driving it and it stalled on me. It restarted while I was driving it, and then it stalled on me again, and then it let out a huge afterfire, and then it cranked slow. So I tried to jump start it, and no satisfaction, and it's not popping off like it's got ignition. So I'm gonna go run over there with a wrecker and pick it up, bring it back here. We'll take a look at it, see what's going on. Of course, I had to put a battery in the wrecker because it's dead, and my starting solenoid is bad on it. So I'm gonna have to put the starting solenoid on the wrecker. It's just one of those days where you've been kicking those stones down the road long enough, they all catch up to you, and you just need to stop and make them right. So stick around, I'm gonna go pick me up a 79 AMX off the side of the road. Well, at least it's a beautiful day if you're going to break down while you're driving your car. Can't ask for much better weather than this. Let's see what we can figure out on this AMX. I think he's planning on driving this to Great AMC days tomorrow. First things first is the distributor rotating. Say that gonna get a little hot. High resistance. This battery's shot. It's reading 12 volts, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything. How many wires did you tuck in there? All of them. All of that. Kind of hurt. Yeah, work for today. Clean these terminals off. cranks correctly. Try this out and see if we can get the car to crank correctly. And that may require some ground cleaning in some other places. And a smaller socket. Alright, so we're reading 12.4 volts. Toe Daddy. 12.4 volts at the battery. We have fuel. So it does not crank over well. Add ground somewhere else, does it crank over better? If I add power to the other ground, does it crank better? Why am I hearing sparking? I think I found my problem. Looks like coil wire got compromised by a hose clamp. Isn't that nifty? So this serves us a little better. Battery is dead. BED dead. Reads good, but it doesn't act good. So we're gonna have to stick a battery in this thing. See if our problem goes away. Our battery's not that old, but it's seen some abuse. Remember what year it got stuck in this thing? Probably 3 years ago. So. Oh,
Oh, yep, definitely left the windows down in the rainstorm. That's gonna be wet pants for me. Let's see if she fires up. So, what you haven't seen between that last clip and this clip is we ended up sending off the battery that came out of this thing off to Interstate, and they were going to test the battery. Never bothered to test it, and then I ended up not having a battery here to be able to replace it with, so I ended up having to go get a battery all the way across town and come back over here, which unfortunately made it after the car show was over, so I missed Great AMC Day. Unfortunately, one of the things that does happen in this wide world of automotive YouTube airing is a lot of times you don't necessarily stay on top of your production schedule and getting things done when you need to get them done, even when they're a major event that you've already promised to be there on. And this is kind of one of those moments where we just kick the can down the road, and as Rich was saying, you kick the rocks down the road and eventually they roll over you. This is one of those moments where we dropped the ball. We had some problems with this car and we never bothered to fix them, and that's where we ended up with this one. So unfortunately, she's still got some issues, and let's be honest, I have enjoyed the heck out of this car. It's been road racing, it's been long distance, long haul driving for Power Tour, it's been off-road rally racing. I've beat the crap out of this vehicle. Now, yes, I do enjoy driving it quite a lot, but it still does have some issues. The fact that it hasn't had as many issues as you would think is kind of incredible, because it's, you know, not that great of a car, but it's an amazing car. The next time you see this car, it will be in there on our chassis dyno. The last time this car was dyno tuned, we kind of just got it close enough and then sent it out the door. We were behind schedule, as usual, and got it running pretty well. But it's not anywhere near optimized, and we want to get it as good as possible. And we want to see exactly what this 304 puts down right now before we swap over the 325 and get that fired up and get that tested. So that's the next thing you're going to see with this AMX, I believe. Anyway, I apologize for those of you who missed me at Great AMC Days. I was hoping to be there. I do apologize that we didn't get this thing done in time. Now you at least know some of the backstory as far as what was going on. Probably could have proactively worked on it maybe a little bit earlier in the process, but sorry about that, guys. Anyway, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Lots more AMC stuff to come. This car is nowhere near done, obviously, and there'll be plenty for you guys to watch coming forward. So we'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.